Alright, this game we have LoPTB versus Enesbrt. So, Lop going the dead spam double tower spawn setup, and Enesbrt going sword spear with Atreus. So this is a very interesting setup that Enes has, because I would assume that his one win condition is the tower zap. Since you no longer have to pressure into your opponent's base, all you have to do is have enough strength to camp the tower for the entire game, and you eventually end up winning. So, given the fact that he has no tower spawns, and knowing that Castle Archers straight up evaporate heavy units, it would stand to reason that he has no intention of actually rushing Lop's statue. He's just going to rely on the tower zap. Meanwhile, Lop is bringing out the early dead spawn to obviously force Enes off the tower and take it away. But see, here's the problem with Lop's deck. There's no brilliance. What makes the dead spam so strong is brilliance, making the tower spawn so cheap. He chose to get rid of brilliance in, I'm guessing, for the acid rain, which I think is a big mistake because he can't even afford the first tier of either tower spawn. So he's pushing for the tower, and even if he gets it, he's not going to get the tower spawns. And so Enes really has nothing to worry about, but he's going to fall back anyway and activate that Tesla coil. Good move from Enes. He's going to run back in with the swords and use rage and exterminate a lot of deads. Let's see, that's already 2 deads down, 3 deads down. Now Lop's going to counterattack outside the Tesla coil's range, but 1 dead steps back into it, another dead goes down. That's 5 deads gone from Lop, and now Enes has the spear. So it's already looking really strong for Enes right now. There's that acid rain from Lop, and he does have Rune of Reanimation, so if Enes' swords die, he's done for. So he goes for the rage. Let's see if these swords survive. It looks like 1 sword might go down. Now the good thing is, for Enes anyway, is Lop has no toxic totality, so the deads that reanimate themselves will not be able to poison the units and thus spread the dead virus or whatever. And yeah, as you can see, Lop is just not winning this. Enesbrt is stalling out with the Spiritons and the Tesla coil combo. Now he has Atreus on the way, and Atreus is going to be a destructive powerhouse machine, especially when he used to stand in with the high number of spears. The shield bash and the attack speed increase will just do destructive numbers on Lop's deads. And now here come the swords rushing back in, and we see a reactivation of Acid Rain. And Enes is choosing to not back up those swords, and it looks like that's going to result in 5 free deads for Lop, which is definitely what he needs right now. But again, he has no brilliance, so he still has not have a single tower spawn tier researching. There we go, we finally see the dead tower spawn first tier researching, and I mean, he's desperate to get the tower right now, but Enesbrt is just not allowing it. He's using Atreus to kill the reanimated deads. He's got the Tesla coil continuously activating, so yep, that's his plan. Just stall permanently with Sword Spear and let that tower zap do the job of taking out Lop's statue. It has yet to activate though, so Lop has plenty of time, but he needs to get the tower very soon, and right now he's just not able to get it. He is increasing his Toxic Dead numbers, and Toxic Deads are somewhat okay against heavy units. So if he gets a decent number then when he melts through Enesbert's spears, then he may have a solid chance of actually capturing the tower and getting the spawns going. But now that Enesbrt is bringing in all these spears, it's not going to mean much, and Enesbrt is abandoning Sword Wrath entirely, so Lop using Acid Rain is completely useless here. Enesbrt doesn't care, he has the Spiritons. He's using Atreus to go for the deads. Now the Spiritons coming in, reactivate stand-in. This is going to be a lot of damage on these deads. A lot of damage. Yeah, as you can see, Lop forced to retreat the Toxic Deads. He's going to end up losing 2 of them right off the bat. Enesbrt has huge advantage here. Although he doesn't have heavy healing west or any other method to heal, it is just in garrisons. So that is the one thing that's going to cripple Enes. especially as the Spiritons get weak. Spiritons have a lot of HP, and they need a lot of time to regenerate that health. And usually Heavy Healing Wisp is the go-to key for that, but Enesbrt doesn't have it, so in the event that all those Spiritons are weak, there's nothing he can do. Here we go, we've got one tier of both tower spawns researched from Lop, but again, we are 5 minutes into this game and he has still not been able to get the tower. Enesbrt opting to make swords again, I don't think he should, because those swords can easily die to the deads and get converted. So let's see if Lop decides to tank the Tesla coil. It looks like he's going to try to do it, because he understands he needs to get the tower or else he is done for eventually. Enesbrt needs to bring his units back out as reinforcement, and here they come. A lot of Spiritons with the Atreus as backup, and Lop is not going to have the strength to hold the tower here. Another Acid Rain, again, does not mean anything when these Spiritons are already being poisoned by the Toxic Deaths. Like, Acid Rain serves no purpose here. Brilliance would have been way better for Lop. Like, look at this. He's just not able to get the tower at all. And then Enesbert's still making a couple of swords here and there. I guess a bit of it from their bonus to heavy, but again, those swords die easily and get converted into deads for Lop. So here we go. We have Spiritons against Toxic Deads, and I think the health and damage is just too much for Lop to handle. Being forced to back up again. Seeing Spiritons be in this aggro is really unique to see, especially when the DPS to heavy units is not that strong. In fact, Lop actually seems to be handling a lot better against these spears than earlier anticipated. Like, he has a couple of weak Toxic Deads, sure, but I think now these Deads are starting to do a number on these Spiritons. Look how many weak Spiritons there are, and then Enesbrt understands trying to garrison them to heal them all the way back up to full is completely worthless. Better off just letting them die. And again, these consistent Acid Rain activations is completely useless. Like, it just does not matter. In fact, it poisons Lop's melee deaths, not that it matters for him though. Poison really doesn't matter like that to deaths. In fact, they take half the damage. And now Lop is taking some tower zaps. He needs to break through this Spiriton mass quickly or he's done for. We have tier 2 Dead's Tower spawn researched, and first tier Spiriton Tower spawn research still from Lop. Now Enes bringing in a lot of spears. There is no there's Atreus, and he just activates stand-in. So here we go. This is where these Spiritons are just gonna go in really heavy. But again, there's so many Toxic Deads to kill. It would take a large number of swords to punch through these deads. And then Enesbrt doesn't have that option because they'll easily die, like I said a million times now. Lop taking another tower zap. He's approaching half health on the statue and still has not made any severe... he has not made any good progress in getting the tower. Kills a bunch of spears there. That's a lot of dead spears, like 7 dead spears, and yet Enesbrt still able to hold on to the tower. We have 4 spears in the queue from him, although he seems to be struggling a little bit on gold. He's putting every single bit of resources into spears. And now here comes how many toxic... Oh, it doesn't display the number? Whatever. Alright, we got the Tesla coil reactivated once again. Can Enesbrt hold out? He's gonna send in the Spiritons again, but you know, there's a lot of healthy Toxic Deads. I don't think the spears can do it. Although now Atreus is back, so things might turn out differently for Enes here. Lop taking another tower zap, now below half health. He's running out of time. If he doesn't punch through this, then it's game over for him. So let's see, another random sword from Enesbrt, just gonna uselessly die and get converted into a dead. And it looks to me like these Toxic Deads are finally starting to punch through. Does Enesbrt actually lose the tower here? Let's see. There's still a lot of Spiritons left, but they're taking a long time to kill these Toxic Deads. Now we're gonna see retreat into the Tesla coil activation. The spears are going to retreat. Yep, there we go. There's a Tesla coil. There's a lot of weak spears. There's a lot of weak spears and a lot of healthy toxic deads. I think despite the Tesla coil, Lop might punch through and defeat Enesbert's tower stall. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Lop actually came out on top. And all in good time too, because this statue is not looking good. I can't believe it. Finally, after 10 minutes, Lop is finally going to overwhelm Enesbrt and take the tower away from him. That is huge for Lop, because now he has maxed out Dead's tower spawn. He's only researching tier 2 Spiriton tower spawn, but it doesn't matter. Maxed out Dead's tower spawn already makes this extremely difficult for Enesbrt. And Enesbrt sacrificed a lot of his eco. He does not have anything anymore. It looks like this is where Enesbert's going to lose the game. Incredible that Lop was still able to punch through the tower stall. That is unbelievable. Like, there's only 2 castle archers, and because there's no Vault of Prudence, Enesbrt can't re-establish the spear spam because he just doesn't have the gold. He has an oversaturated mana count, but the gold is just not there. Even stand-in not going to be helpful here. I think this is where Enesbert's going to lose the game. Although I forgot, just because Lop has maxed out Dead's tower spawn, he needs to get to tower level 4 before he actually gets 4 Deads. Again, not sure why Lop is activating Acid Rain against Spiritons. It's been completely worthless the entire game. And Enesbrt, gonna go for the user control stall. No, what is he doing? Oh, he's gonna go for Lop's statue. Does Lop get the statue snipe? Or does Enes get the statue snipe? This is 35 damage on Lop's statue. And we got the stand-in activation. Enesbert's close, but Atreus dies before he gets it. And now Lop is going for his statue rush. Yeah, Enesbrt gonna select the Spiriton. Here's the damage on Lop's statue. Enesbrt going for the statue rush with the final Spiriton, his final frontier. If he's not able to do it, I don't think he's gonna have enough time though. That's a lot of statue DPS. Yeah, there's no way. Enesbrt doesn't have enough time. And Lop, despite being at a disadvantage the entire game, comes out on top against Enesbrt.